Just a heads up, this story is pretty devastating, so viewer discretion is advised. A mom tells 911 operator Satan was coming for her when she stabbed 8-year-old son 55 times. Lynn Cosell if they could go outside and look at the stars in the early hours of September 10th, 2013. As his father Michael and one of his sisters slept inside, Thomas and his mother sat on the stoop of their rental home in Rockford. But it wasn't long before Cosell went back into the house, grabbed a knife from the kitchen, and went back outside to kill him, prosecutor said. She said, "Satan was after me. God told me to kill my son," Cosell said during a 911 call played in Winnebago County Court Tuesday, according to reports. "I just killed my son. I just killed my son," she said, screaming and crying as she told the 911 dispatcher what she had done. She said, "Satan was coming after me. Oh God, Satan was after me." So Satan was after her, so she killed her son. Though she pleaded not guilty to the charges against her, the defense does not deny Cosell killed her son, but instead argued that she was mentally ill and did not know what she was doing. Winnebago County Deputy Public Defender David Dole told Judge John Lowry, who is presiding over Cosell's requested bench trial, that his client's psychiatric problems went unnoticed for years. Two separate psychiatric evaluations commissioned by the prosecution and the defense found that Cosell was criminally insane that night that Thomas was murdered, as psychiatrists cited in part a series of bizarre behaviors and strange beliefs she held about witchcraft as a religion. Family members testified that Cosell identified as Wiccan, and her husband reportedly told authorities that she had been preoccupied with witchcraft. Jody loved Thomas. There was no reason for this to happen unless she had a mental breakdown. But prosecutors said Cosell knew what she was doing when she killed her son, and that she had never been before diagnosed with mental illness. The experts got it wrong. Winnebago County State's Attorney Office Criminal Bureau Chief Marilyn Height Ross said, noting that the psych evaluations were completed more than 2 years after the killing and could not account for how and why Cosell was apparently lucid, coherent, and compliant with officers at the scene. If Lowry agrees that Cosell was not of sound mind on that night of the killing, she could be committed to a psychiatric If Kosau was found guilty but mentally ill, she would be sent to prison and would have access to psychiatric care. She reportedly showed no emotion as she sat in the courtroom and listened to the 911 call. She shows no remorse for what she's done. A third grader at McIntosh Elementary said Thomas was known for his sunny smile and boisterous laugh. He loved Fast and the Furious film franchise, toy cars, and hundreds of Hot Wheels. One of his 6 siblings wrote on Facebook, "For my brother in heaven, although you're gone, we still remember your laughs and giggles, your tears and squeals, your goofy faces and dimples in places," she wrote. "I love you to the moon and back, and to the stars and back again." Lowry is expected to give his judgment on January 5th, which Thomas's loved ones wrote they hope will bring closure as they continue to grieve. "I can honestly say that there has not been one day that has gone by and this little boy not crossed my mind since he left us," a relative posted. "And I hope he knows and sees how much love he has from so many people and how much we all miss him."
The woman accused of stabbing her 8-year-old son to death is underway at this hour. Jody Kosau has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder in the September 2013 slaying of her son Thomas. Prosecutors say the young boy was stabbed 40 times. Joining us now live is Marissa Lesner, who's in the courtroom and has been there all day.
Yeah, Mike, these closing statements are going on right now in this courtroom right behind me, and this is really a trial where everybody says this was a tragic crime. Prosecutors calling it heinous, saying that Thomas, the 8-year-old boy, was stabbed more than 40 times just in his chest by his mother, Jody Kosau. Also, he was slit in the throat at least 7 times.